I'm hot. Come on, y'all in my way. I'm trying to leave. Alright, y'all. Whew, I had to chill. I'm hot. Whew. I'm glad you messing my lighter up, girl. So, yo, listen. Oh my god, I just broke my cigarette. I'm so mad. So, and when I was live this morning, I got a phone call that Sydney was being sent home. Right? So I get up to the school. I go in. I sound them out early. You know, I sit back in the car. Sydney come in the car. Sydney tell me everything that had happened or whatever. And I don't know why. Because normally I would just pull the fuck off. Like, all right, you going home. I'm in your butt. This, that. But something, yo, I swear to God, something was nudging at my head. Because I was saying, if you go look at my other live, at the end of that live, yo, I was in the car just like, no. I put that bitch back in park and I walked in the school building. So I asked, because Sydney told me that it was a Coach J and Mr. Boy always called me for Sydney, right? Whenever Sydney get in trouble, but something told me to go inside the building. So I go inside the building and I asked for them to come to the main office. I asked Coach J and Mr. Boy to come to the main office. I get to talking to him. So the thing was, it was this hat that Sydney was told to take off his head. Now, when Sydney was told to take it off his head, Sydney took it off his head, but the principal had noticed that Sydney had the hat. Now, the principal said that the hat was on his desk, right? Now, Sydney mentor ended up walking in. When I was walking to the building, the mentor was pulling up. Now, I'm talking to Mr. Boy and I'm talking to Coach J, and the thing was, when the principal noticed that Sydney had the hat that was on his desk, they went, instead of going to go to Sydney, ask Sydney, where did you get the hat from? Your mindset immediately was like, oh, Sydney stole it, right? Now, his mentor came and said, if I would have known, because when the mentor came in, the mentor was like, he was sitting there and he was listening and all that, and so he found out it was about the gray hat. Now, when Sydney got in the car, Sydney had said that the hat that he had on his head, him and his homeboy switched the hat. Uncle T said, which is his mentor, Uncle T said that Sydney was with him last night, which Sydney and Dominique was with the mentors last night. And Uncle T had seen him and the boys switch the hat. Now, my problem was about the whole thing was the fact that one, y'all didn't ask my son where the hat came from. So not only did y'all not ask my son where the hat came from, y'all went to him and y'all snatched it off his head. So you call me talking about sitting through the desk. I mean, he threw a chair, and I'm trying to explain to Mr. Boy. Mr. Boy is an administrator at the school. I'm trying to explain to the boy, like, y'all was in defense mode with Sydney, and that is why Sydney threw the table. I mean, through the chair. But at the same time, you not realizing what you did. Now, what they did do was they called the boy on the phone, right? And he said, "Hey Nick," they said, "Hey Nick, did you and Sydney switch hats yesterday?" Nick said, "Yeah." So, as when Nick said, "Yeah," Mr. Boy pissed me off. He pissed me the fuck off because, like I said, I don't know what made me go back into the school. But it pissed me off because y'all called the boy on the phone and the boy said, Coach J on the phone like, "Hey Nick, you and Sydney switched hats yesterday?" Nick said, "Yeah." He said, "So the black hat on your head, that's Sydney hat." And he said, yeah. So Mr. Boy is still talking to me as though like Sydney was wrong, and I had to cuss him out. I'm sorry. I said the thing with you is, yes, you're an administrative at the school, and you feel like because you're an adult, you are right. When in all actuality, you made a fucking mistake. And instead of you saying my bad, Miss Stanbag, I understood why Sydney threw the chair, and instead of me just asking him where it came from, you immediately said, well, Sydney got to go home. No, that's not how it go. And the fact that you did not own up to your wrongdoing, he's talking about it's the fact that Sydney threw the chair. But do you understand what transpired for Sydney to throw the chair? And the fact that Sydney threw the chair, you still, bro. And I think Mr. Boy is about my age, and for him not to understand, yo, that shit blew me the fuck up. I'm sitting there. So Uncle T come, who is the mentor, and Uncle T say, hey, can Sydney stay? Because it was a big misunderstanding. It was a big mistake on your part. And I said, the fact that Uncle T got to tell you that you made a mistake is my problem. And the fact that you're not listening, and then you want to tell me all the shit Sydney did before this, bro, I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that. I was like, I really don't want to hear everything that Sydney did beforehand. And then I had told him like, yo, y'all need to find out what y'all gonna do. What y'all gonna do with these students, because I got Sydney, I said, y'all talk about it takes a village to raise a child. Yes, y'all are part of that village. So to sit here and be like, well, I'm the adult and you the child, and because he threw the chair, he got to go home. No, y'all need to find like an in-school detention. Y'all need to find, or Sydney, I'm going to call your mother so your mother can talk to you to calm you down. Something. But to send him home, and then the fact that y'all send him home, and y'all don't make sure he got his work. Y'all don't, although that's the point of Google Classroom, right? So y'all don't make sure they work on Google Classroom or none of that. So thank God my son not failing, but it's the principle. Like, y'all, you're wrong. And you know you're wrong. And he like, well, I've been here for 4 months, so I, you know me, because again, I used to work at the school. Yeah, you was here for 4 months. So within that 4 months, what changed? And he said, see, what I don't like for them to put teachers our age inside of the school system. And I ain't even going to say that, because you do have some teachers that have like a great mind, but his thing is mainly worried about academic wise. Like, he's not worried about whether or not the student is okay, and he gonna say it all starts at home. My son don't disrespect me at home, so I don't know what the fuck you talking about, sir. That's number one. Number two, the fact that y'all feel like, oh God, hold on, y'all. I had to tell him, like, he said something about the academics in the school building has changed. Y'all went up this amount and I said, no. That's not what I'm asking you, because you want these students to respect you, right? You keep telling me he out there telling me about all the students that disrespect him, and it's hard. Well, that tells me you don't need to be here. That's what that tells me, because you're not trying to gain a connection with the kids. You're not trying to gang a bond with these kids. You just worried about whether they ass in class and them passing, when in fact they disrespecting you up and down the fucking hall. Who the fuck want to work at a school with these children disrespecting them? Nobody. He talking about, oh, I'm not.